finally someone brave enough to come on and not be too concerned about external things and their mom's car. No, I'm just joking. Yeah.
I am driving my dad's car.
Well, there you go.
He gave it to me though, so it is mine now.
And it is it's a beautiful Porsche.
It's a Tesla.
This is our pal Dave. We can't just have the podcast and then people are like, who? They haven't even introduced this guy. Yeah, this is our pal Dave, and I work with Dave. Yeah, Dave, tell him.
Yeah.
You know what? It's something. Sorry to before I give you. This is your cold oven.
Okay.
But Dave also has a YouTube page, right?
A YouTube page?
Yeah, like you have videos up.
Yeah.
And they do substantially better than ours.
Really? Of what? I had no idea.
Do I?
He's got 40,000 views. No, I'm just joking.
Oh shit!
I saw like you have video game videos up.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I like stream and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Not a whole hell of a lot of people watch, but I just do it for fun, right?
Mm. Well, if you don't consider 115,000 a whole hell of a lot, I'm just joking.
No, this was back in the day. I used to just make videos of like playthroughs.
Okay.
Right. And I showed you when you started doing your podcast.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, that's more than we got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but this was like over a span of like 5 years, right? I looked and I was surprised. I was like, holy shit, I got that many views. I should keep doing this.
Yeah. What was your favorite playthrough, you think?
RoboCop for the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do like speed runs and stuff like that?
No, I can't do speed runs, man.
You ever seen those people? You're like, what's the point of even the game anymore? Like, I finished this game, hard difficulty, didn't get touched, 32 seconds. What?
It's ridiculous. Like,
people just setting these world records.
Yeah.
Remember how hard you guys went on Super Meat Boy? That was the name of the game.
Dude, I beat that shit.
That's
the hardest.
Meat Boy's awesome.
Was it like the third hardest 2D platformer
in the world?
And I beat that shit.
He didn't beat it.
I beat that shit.
You didn't beat it.
I beat it.
Where?
I beat it at your house upstairs.
You didn't beat it at my house upstairs, unless you were in the bathroom.
Beat that game. Lucas was there. He must have been. Someone was there. I beat that shit. I'm the best in the world.
Lucas is saying
baby.
no. He didn't beat it.
So you beat it, but you can't do a speed run, right?
No.
Yeah. See, that's a whole different.
No, and it's funny. That game is funny because every time you die, it like replays how you died.
Yeah.
When you actually
it throws it in your face.
Multiple.
Millions.
Yeah.
Millions. Hey, but I'm the best in the world.
At what?
Super Meat Boy.
At the Super Meat Boy?
No, I'm joking. Not even close. I struggled.
That whole game is a struggle.
Now people are speedrunning that game.
Yeah. What's the most difficult game you ever played, Dave?
Oh shit, that's pretty hard to think of because there's so many that I played and a lot of them are like so hard. Okay, I'll go back to one on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
There was a game called Fatal Rewind.
Okay.
And I rented it, and it was from EA. And back in the day, EA had these little yellow tabs on the cartridge, right? I got so pissed off at that game that I ripped it out of the machine and I whipped it against the wall and the yellow tab went flying off. I'm like, oh, fuck. Right? And I picked it up and I put it right back on. I'm like, okay, good. But yeah, Fatal Rewind has been known to be very, very difficult.
Was it a horror game?
No, it was like a side-scrolling platformer kind of thing, and you're this little robot and you're just shooting shit up. But it was so fucking hard that it was like so aggravating.
You ever
know
played
what I mean?
Contra?
Oh, I love Contra.
That shit was so hard.
Yeah, I love Contra. Actually, I just got the Contra collection on PS4.
Oh, for real? Yeah, I think I saw that come out not too long ago.
It's pretty awesome. It's got like most of the Contra games,
right?
And it has the Japanese versions of them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet deal.
Nice. What was it? Wasn't along the same lines. You ever played like Metal Slug?
Oh yeah.
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim, yeah.
Yeah.
I played a shitload of games, man.
Yeah, bro.
You ever played Emmanuel Samuel or whatever?
Oh, Manuel Samuel?
Manuel
I haven't played that,
Samuel.
but my friend told me it was pretty funny.
Bro, it is hilarious.
'Cause you gotta like make him walk, right?
You have to make him breathe, walk, blink his eyes.
What is this?
It's called Manuel Samuel. And
what?
This
sounds awesome.
It's hilarious. It's this Sorry, by the way, if my voice sounds off. My nose is stuffy as shit.
It's not Rocket.
Bro, that's what I sound like fucking the past 13 episodes. So
Well, we're on episode like fucking 18 or something like that.
Fucking cocaine.
no, it's episode
Yeah.
2001.
Yak it up.
Yes, snowman, you.
Go tobogganing. But
He wants a fat white line right now.
yeah, Manuel Samuel, like you're this rich person, and like God strikes you with this, and you have to control and there's this thing
that's
where you're
funny.
laying on the ground and his face is turning purple, and it's like, well, you're gonna have to relearn how to breathe, aren't you? And it's like press E,
Is that like
hold
tutorial?
hold E
Yeah.
to like, and then let go of you.
No way.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
this for? What console?
It's you could just run it on. Yeah, you could just.
multiple consoles.
Yeah, you run it on
Really?
PC, right? That's what I would do. I'd play it on PC. I don't think you can play it.
Lucas
Oh,
pulled it
that's
up there,
Manuel
yeah.
Samuel. Yeah. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah. You can't. Oh, you can play it on PS4. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Whoa, bro, what?
So yeah, like you have to blink your eyes, and this guy's. Yeah, it's so funny.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, and you have to hold your back upright, like, or your fucking spine will go forward.
I might have to get that,
Oh,
actually. That looks
shit.
pretty
It's
cool.
so funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there's this one scene where you have to
Oh.
drive.
That's so
right?
good.
And it looks like the most aggravating thing in the world. I know that if I got this game, I'd be in my room like you just hear from downstairs like, fuck.
That's me
Yeah.
with a lot of games.
Oh yeah, no game recently has brought me to that level of anger. The last time I got wicked angry at a game would probably have to be Guitar Hero. And I was like, I don't know.
Really?
You got angry at Guitar Hero?
Fuck, did I ever get angry at Guitar Hero? Because I was one of the people that, like, I wasn't crazy good at it, but I could get 100% on like certain songs that were like in the hard difficulty, so you had to use all the buttons. Like I wasn't
expert difficulty.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
hard?
There we go, expert.
Okay, because there's
And,
hard and the expert.
You're right.
Expert is when you're like hitting all the buttons to do all the solos and shit. It's like, no, I can't fucking solo on a real guitar.
Yeah.
I can play rhythm, but I can't solo. So even soloing in that game was like, fuck this.
Dude. And
I'm just playing on like medium or hard, not
right.
expert.
So
'cause
I could,
it's-
like I said, I could play it on expert for most of the song. I could never actually beat what was that one? Fucking, something me and my brother used to go back to back on was Cliffs of Dover. If you ever heard of that song?
Yeah.
And my brother was one of the few people that I've ever met, I think maybe ever, that played Guitar Hero, preferred to play Guitar Hero on the controller.
What?
Oh,
Are you
shit.
mad, bro?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
tried that.
yeah.
That's hard.
And
as
Lucas
fuck,
could
man.
play with me. We would play, first of all, Cliffs of Dover.
Are you crazy?
When we get the new technology,
How?
see, this is what I'm talking about. Once we get the new stuff input, I could just be like, pull up Cliffs of Dover, and we could just look at the screen and like just on expert. That shit was difficult as fuck, right?
Right.
And my brother would play, because you could play like split screen. And my brother would go back to back on Cliffs of Dover on expert,
That's
and we
crazy.
wouldn't get 100% because it was real tough. But yeah, I remember that was brutal.
There was another game before Guitar Hero. I can't for the life of me remember
See,
what
like,
it's
check
called
this shit
now.
out.
But it was like that where
Yeah.
we had to use the controller to do all the music. And when Guitar Hero came out, I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome!" To actually have the guitar controller.
Oh, it was like
now, right?
what was the other one? Band something?
Oh, Rock Band.
Rock Band.
Yeah.
Rock Band, yeah.
Yeah, we got that
Just
too.
Dance?
We got the.
You ever
drums
played
one.
that shit?
There was a DJ one as well.
Just
Oh, yeah,
Dance.
there
It was
was.
so tough. I remember.
I don't think
all
it'd be
this
caught
shit.
dead playing Just Dance.
I've
What
played
about
it a couple of
something
times in
like
my day.
what about something like fucking Dance Dance Revolution?
That's it.
Yeah, I played that.
You have?
Yeah.
That shit's so hard, bro.
Oh man, it makes me
I
sweat
tried it
like
one
a bitch.
time. It's so hard, dude. I do not have that coordination, and
then
it makes you
see-
feel stupid
and you're
because you're
Asian,
like,
too. You
it's
should
just
be able to do
arrows. You're right. You're fucking right. But you know what? Like, I wasn't gifted with that
You
gene.
should
I
have
guess.
like octopus legs.
Ryan was gifted with the powerlifting gene.
Oh,
The,
yeah.
The
I was
Asian
meant
power-
to move the DDR machine into the place
Yeah.
that it's in.
Right.
Yeah.
Not play the game.
But not with like even a dolly or a forklift or something.
You
Just
know,
he
yeah,
was meant
just
to pick
pick
it
it
up
up.
out of the back
You
of
could
his
plug
truck.
it in though, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
You guys ever seen Grandma's Boy?
Yes.
Remember the part where he's like, when he's betting him on Dance Dance Revolution?
Yeah.
He's like,
I remember.
and he's like looking at his watch while his feet are going.
You ever watch a movie when you're like substantially like so Grandma's Boy was a good one. I watched it when I was, or it was brutal. Bad Boys 2. Okay, so I watched that when it first came out. When did Bad Boys 2 come out, Lucas? Will you pull that up? Must have been 2000, like early 2000s.
I saw it at the drive-in.
Did you?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
My mom, I remember I got an A on a science test. So this is how dated this reference is. I got an A on a science test in elementary school. When is this? 2003. Wow.
Yeah, man.
That was almost 17 years ago. So it's fucking 16 years ago. And
don't age me. Fuck.
But so I got that movie rented for me because I got an A on a science test, and my dad and my mom left me alone, and they gave me like a bowl of chips. And I was the most excited motherfucker
Awesome.
on the face of this planet to watch this movie. And at the end of it, it's like 2.5 hours, right? Something like that. Yeah, two. There you go. Exactly on the money. 2.5 hours. So I was like, at the end of it, I was like, oh my God, that movie was fucking amazing. Like that was incredible, right?
They're both good.
Right.
Yeah.
And
they're doing another one. I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
I watched it like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, it's not bad, but I remember when I first saw it, and I was literally like, what? Like, because I was just so young at the time, right?
It's like watching John Wick for the first time.
That was like when I first watched the Boondock Saints. Those movies were fucking sick with Norman Reedus.
Yeah,
those movies were dope. And the first time I watched The Matrix, that blew my
The Matrix fucked
right
me
off my
up,
shoulders,
man.
dude.
The Matrix. Okay, when that came out, there was 4 or 5 of us that went to see it in the theater, and this is back when cell phones first started coming into mainstream.
Right.
And we all had the little Fido Nokias, right?
Right.
And coming out of the movie, I was like, holy fuck, what did I just see? Right? And then like it totally blew my mind. And then we're going to Burger King after the movie, and my buddy fucking texts me, and he's like, The Matrix has you. And I'm like, you fucking asshole, dude.
That's hilarious.
Like, you're fucking me up even more. Like, there's only a few movies that have really done that, where like walked out of the theater and I was like, I don't feel good. You know what I mean? It's like my mind is so fucked up right now. I'm still trying to like comprehend everything, piece everything together, and it's like I just can't. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm so fucked up right now. Event Horizon was another one that did that to me. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
So basically, it's like Doom.
Okay.
Where like there's a spaceship that goes to Neptune.
Yeah.
And they send out a distress call, and so this team goes there to the ship, and the ship that got stranded there was designed by Sam Neill's character, and it had a warp drive in it. Okay. So they warped there, right? But these guys, the rescuers, they didn't warp there. They just went in cryostasis, and they got to the ship. They found out through the distress call what was going on. Everything was normal. Everything was fine. And then they warped. And then all of a sudden it was like pure chaos, and people were like sticking their arms down people's throats and shit. And they're like, what the fuck was this? What happened, right? So they find out that like to get from point A to point B through a warp, they went through another dimension, and that dimension was hell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And it fucking blew my mind, man. It was so crazy.
You know, here's a couple of movies. So what I was going to say before is that The Matrix, I was too young when I watched it to, I think, truly, truly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched it and I was like, well, I remember the scene that I loved the most, and I don't remember which Matrix this is from because I saw all of them when they came out, but where he's going
one is the only good one.
He's going through the metal detector, and he opens his fucking trench coat, and it's loaded to the brim. Was that the first one?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Okay, because I remember the corresponding scene to that. I went like, see, that's how I remembered the movie. Where I was like, oh,
yeah.
But now that I've like looked back on it, you're like, whoa, no, there was like a big, deep meaning behind this movie, almost.
Dude, there's like huge philosophical writings.
Right,
about that
exactly.
movie. And now it's like simulation theory is a big thing.
Yeah.
Where people are starting to think, oh, I think we're living in a simulation.
Elon Musk believes it.
Yeah. Which is basically the fucking Matrix.
Yeah,
exactly. Are we jacked in?
You know, it was a...
Can we jack out? Can you jack
yeah.
in? I could jack off. I don't know about jacking in or out, but...
You know, it was a movie that really fucked me up. Here was a couple. So, number one was and it took me 2 times because I watched what was the goddamn name of it? Leonardo DiCaprio was in it. They went to a Shutter Island.
Oh,
Okay.
Shutter Island. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure the first time I saw Shutter Island, I watched it in the movie theaters, right? And I was like, this movie's whatever. And then the ending happened, and I was like, blah, 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 classic switch up or whatever, right? And then I went to Cedra's house, and I rewatched it with him because he wanted to watch it. And I saw the ending again, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
When he comes out of the institution?
I was like, wait a sec.
Yeah.
Did I think about this movie wrong the whole time? And then me and Cedra literally sat when we were like young bucks, I'm in like grade 9, I think, and we were like, so wait a second. You're telling me, wait, what, like, was he crazy or is he not crazy? And we like literally argued about it for like an hour, 45 minutes.
So was he crazy? Was he crazy?
Honestly, for a long time, I thought he wasn't. But now I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to rewatch it again.
It's a crazy movie.
It's like one of those double
He is
entendre
crazy?
movies. Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up,
We got
Lucas.
the thumbs up. He's crazy.
Shut the fuck up. It's your interpretation of the movie.
No, no, he's got it on there. He knows. I've never seen that. Martin Scorsese did that, didn't he?
That definitely sounds like something that would be true. Was it Scorsese? Who directed?
He's reading
Shutter Island.
He's reading the ending explanation.
He is crazy or no? No, he's not. Anyway,
I thought you were gonna say Inception when he said Leo DiCaprio.
You want to know something? I've never seen it.
Either
Me
have I.
neither.
Actually,
Really?
I tried to and I couldn't do it.
Why?
I don't know. I fucking got bored.
It's a long movie, isn't it?
See the problem. It was.
Yeah.
It was Scorsese.
Yeah, I figured.
Awesome. Thanks. Wicked. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know. You ever watch Wolf of Wall Street?
That was amazing.
It was a great one, right? It was another great Scorsese film. Did you see the new Tarantino movie?
I
Once
went to
Upon a
go
Time in
see it.
Hollywood?
I went to go see it and it was sold out.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Fuck.
But I did go to see Rambo the other day.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
was
It was
that?
fucking awesome. Like brutally violent, as you would want and expect.
Of course. Yeah.
Just
That's-
raw.
I don't know how you
action,
guys
eh?
feel about spoilers, but there's one scene I want to tell you about because it was amazing.
I mean, I'm not worried about the. Just say spoiler alert then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spoiler
spoiler
alert.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 like kingpin human traffickers from Mexico,
Yeah.
and Rambo's niece gets taken by them, and he goes after them.
This guy just keeps getting himself into shenanigans, you know?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fucking like 8 movies.
I know. He's like, oh, I just want to keep a lid on everything. And he's like taking pills and shit.
Ugh.
But then when his niece gets taken by the human traffickers, he's going to take a pill. He's like, ah, fuck it. And he throws. Now you know the lid's coming off, so shit's going to go down, right? So one of the brothers, he goes to see him and he fucking beats the shit out of everybody with a hammer. Oh, not beat the shit, but he kills them with a hammer, like brutally, and you see the blood flying. And so one of the brothers, what he does to him, you don't see it until the cops show up and they look at the crime scene, and he's like bound in a bed with his head cut off.
Yeah.
And there's blood all over the place. And then the next scene, you see him driving away on the highway, and he throws his fucking head out the window, and you see him rolling on the road. I was like, holy shit.
Rambo.
You know what?
And then that triggers the rest of the guys to come after him, so he sets
Make
up.
sure you keep the mic like as close to your face as you can. Yeah, they're not
Okay.
great mics.
So
just
he does like a Home Alone thing where he sets up his farm.
Like a
He's
jigsaw.
got tunnels under his farm, and he
Yeah.
sets up the traps and shit, and then chaos ensues when they come after him. It's awesome.
You know what I was thinking, Ryan?
What's that?
How and also a question for you: how shameless do you think the writing room is for something like Rambo?
Incredibly. The fact that
Do
they
you
made
think-
another Rambo movie in itself is shameless as fuck.
You
How
know,
much-
Because give the old man a rest, you know? Like
But no, how much
he
fun
looks like a fucking jacked prune out there,
how
bro.
much fun
like
do you think it would be though to just sit in that writer's room and literally be like,
Vince is killing himself.
no, but like just that scene right there where they're like, okay, so how are we gonna make another Rambo movie? And some guy's like,
what
so,
do we want Rambo to do to this guy?
No, but not only that, but like, okay, so Rambo is he's taking pills, and they're like, so what is Rambo taking pills for? Because he's Rambo, you know,
Yeah.
and he needs to take pills to really like calm
keep
that
the
shit
Rambo
to
down.
keep
yeah,
that
turn
Rambo
the
down.
Rambo
turn
down.
down the Rambo.
And they're like, and what happens? Someone's kidnapped. They're like, his daughter? No, not his daughter. They've done that before. That's taken. They're like, who? His
niece.
His niece.
who's Mexican.
Yes.
Somehow.
Yes, somehow. Because it's never been told to us before that Rambo is Mexican, I don't believe.
I don't think there's any Mexican in his blood.
There is no Mexican in Rambo's blood. He was...
Can confirm.
Anyway, so
that's a fact now.
Yeah, that's besides the point. And then they were like, so what does he do? And they're like, he goes to take a pill, but then he goes, nah, I gotta be Rambo again.
It's Rambo time.
He fucking says in the movie, too, he's like, I gotta keep a lid on it.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The fact that he just goes...
So you know, when he fucking takes his pills, he's like, fuck it. The lid's coming off, and people are gonna get
And what I'm trying to say... Right, exactly. And how much fun do you think they were having in the writer's room?
He cuts his head off, he goes, that wasn't a good idea.
Oh, man. Movies like that, I'd love to be like someday. I'd love to just be a part of it and just oversee the writing process of guys like, okay, so we got an $80 million budget. And we got...
Blows up a van. Go, go, go. Hope you had a spare tire.
Just the most shameless shit ever. Oh, man.
Get off my lawn. Go, 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 go.
I haven't been to the theater in quite a while because I just watch like Netflix or stream movies or whatever. But my buddy's like, oh, you want to go see Rambo? I'm like, fuck yeah. Because I've seen, I saw all the Rambo movies in the theater except for the very first one.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, I got to go. And I walked out of that movie with a huge smile on my face, man. Yeah. It was perfect.
So here's a question I was actually thinking about today. So I don't wanna out him. You know, I work with someone who looks like they're 28, but is I think in his early to mid 40s, right? Okay. And when we were no, it's not even the same race, but you know, okay. You know what I'm saying? He's a great man and a gentleman. But,
no names.
Yeah, I just don't want to name drop because I don't want that person to be associated with this, and not with this particular, just the whole thing. You know, I don't want to. I don't. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And so I was talking to him today, and I was like, I feel like I have, I feel like I'm a bit of an old soul sometimes. You know, like I like a lot of older stuff, right? And I
think that's why you and I can relate pretty well because I'm older, much older than you, right?
Right, but also, and that's what I was gonna say is though he goes, you know what? Like even though I come like he's like I'm much older than you. He's like I feel like we have also like a bit of a young soul because most like people in their 40s and stuff. Like it's almost like how can we even any of us really like associate when there's such a different age gap? But yeah, at the same time, I think it's so great because we get to talk about experience. And here's what I was gonna bring up. So, how old were you when Jaws came out?
What year was that?
Fucking, I'm not sure. It's got to be 75.
I was jumping from ball to ball still.
No. It can't be that fucking old, is it?
I'll pull it up because our sound guy took a break.
Yeah, is it crazy old? All right, then that was a dumb question. I think it's late
70s.
That was a dumb question. So
I was
here's
born
something.
In 79.
Oh, okay, yeah. Perfect. So then here's something. We were talking about movies that fucked us up.
It came out in 75. Yeah.
75?
Yeah.
Wow, I fucking nailed that, by the way.
I was minus 4 years old.
So, how old were you when The Usual Suspects came out?
Oh, I was probably about 15.
15? Did you watch it?
Of course.
Okay, perfect.
Multiple times.
Right. So, I was very, very, very young. I was probably like, I don't know, 9 years old. And my dad had The Usual Suspects on DVD. And it was a DVD he had, but I'd never watched. It was like a fucking adult movie. I don't know what the fuck right? And one time I asked him about it. He's like, oh, you've never seen it? And I was like, no, I've never seen it. He goes, one time you should just sit down and watch it. He's like, I think you'll like it, Thomas. I was like, okay, cool. So I did.
It's a great movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, that was another time where I left that movie like from my from the room where I was like
mind blown. Yeah.
What the fuck did I just watch?
Kaiser fucking Soze?
Yeah. I was like,
really?
What the hell? And it wasn't so much that it was like a thought-provoking thing, not like a philosophical or like an existential crisis type thing. It was just I had never seen a movie get made like that before.
Bro, like The Gray.
Yeah,
Bro, the first time I watched The Gray, that was the most intense movie I've ever seen in my life.
If you want to be frank about it, you can't. Did you watch The Gray? Dave?
What is The Gray again?
So Liam Neeson.
Yes,
fucking Alaska.
The Wolves.
The
right?
Wolves.
Yeah, that
To
was
be
awesome.
Franklin, when I was in the theaters watching that shit, I thought I was in a plane crash. I thought the whole theater was in a plane crash because of how real that shit was.
Yeah, but
That was so intense and in your face.
I don't have a pen, but there's something there's something that might have heightened that.
No.
Do you think that might have had something to do with how intense that was?
Here. No.
No, it was just that fucking good, right?
The fuck out
Yeah.
of here. Yeah.
So
Liam Neeson's an Oscar-worthy performer.
Right. We got tricked into watching that movie.
Yeah, sure did.
We showed up with our friend.
What did we think we were gonna watch? I forgot.
I can't remember because that movie was completely surrounded by.
There's no way we would have just walked right into it without like some sort of hype behind it.
No, it wasn't that.
We didn't know anything about it. We walked right into it.
We got turned away
from a different
from
movie.
something else. Yeah.
Was it Jack? No.
So
we watched the worst movie in the world when we got denied from Jackass.
No, we did not.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. When we got denied from Jackass, we went and watched something else, but we
like 21 and under or some shit like that.
That was
the worst movie
got
in
denied,
the world.
We got denied from watching Evil Dead.
Oh, the
Are
remake.
you sure?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
The remake was
I
excellent.
wanted to watch it so badly.
That shit was crazy.
It was incredible.
I watched
I'm a
it.
huge fan
I
of
watched
the original.
It through
Yeah,
and
me
through.
too.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to watch it.
I remember we watched all the Evil Dead movies leading up to like in anticipation for us. So I was pretty ready.
Yeah.
To
What
watch
was your
it.
favorite one out of the original?
I don't
first one.
remember it
The
at
first
this
one, for
point.
sure.
It all seems like a mismatch of
You know
the
what's
same
weird?
movie.
The first movie ever that gave me nightmares was the Evil Dead, the very first one, and I was probably about 5 years old.
Yeah, no doubt.
I remember being in my parents' room, sleeping, just me, and I wake up from this nightmare, and I run to the door, and I'm trying to open the door, and I'm like, "Bob, Bob, 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 get me out, and I'm looking behind me like something's chasing me. Get me out. Keep in mind, I'm 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
Get me out. Door won't open. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I wake up again. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You ever have dreams like that where you wake up twice?
No,
I
I
don't think
think
But I do
so.
dream.
Dude,
I
I
think
was
you get
fucking
sucked into
5
another
years old,
dimension
man.
when
I-
shit like that happens.
Yeah. Like it's intense, man. Like I'm like sweating. I wake up, I'm sweating.
Holy
What
shit.
the fuck? I don't get nightmares very often, like if ever. But like
Yeah, I
5
don't
years
remember
old,
last
when
time I
you're
had a
when
night-
you're
nightmare.
subjected to that kind of material, it probably does something to you.
I dream all the
Look
time.
at me. Look at the shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah, there
right?
you go.
Like now, I'm a fucking huge horror fan, right? But I like gritty, raw horror movies rather than just like the candy coated shit that they have nowadays, and psychological stuff too.
Right.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, like 72,
Yeah.
right? And all that shit's based on like real shit, like Ed Gein.
Yeah, but he didn't have a chainsaw.
He didn't have a chainsaw, but he did make shit out of like furniture and shit out
The
of
scary
human
part,
skin.
the scary part of the Texas Chainsaw
that's
Massacre,
fucked.
I would argue, is the chainsaw.
Of course.
Like when you think about that, you're like, okay, it's one thing for someone to like capture you and butcher you, right? But a chainsaw is a loud fucking. You watch it burn through trees. You're like, I can't even imagine what that. It's unlike a
What's
knife.
that going to do to my body
Yeah,
when he gets me?
It's unlike a knife.
But don't you also think how unpractical that is if someone's actually trying to chase you with
But
a
that's the
chainsaw
point
in
of the
their
Texas
hand?
Chainsaw Massacre. It's unpractical for me and you, but it's not unpractical for someone that's 6'8" and 300 pounds.
Wearing a human skin mask.
Right,
I suppose so.
So that adds to the horror, but I would just my argument for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre would be what made it so scary was the chainsaw. Like the fact that they ate the people. There's lots of movies out there where there's cannibals and shit, right?
Right.
But that fucking
Right.
chainsaw is so, because it's so like they'll be on and you just hear right off in the distance. You're like, you think to yourself like, dude, what would you even do? If you just know a mother, you're like, first of all, with a chainsaw? You're like, a chainsaw, bro?
Yeah, but the guy's a fat fuck too. Like you think people would outrun him, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. In the heat of the moment, like when fear kicks in, it's crazy. You know, you ever watch a horror movie and
Yes.
yeah, right? And you're always like you're looking at people and you're like that was a dumb decision. You're like they'll slip. You're like of course they slip.
They always have the
Now
dumb
they're hurt.
decisions. Yeah.
I watched a video the other day where it was people who were actually genuinely being scared. Like it was a simulation type thing. You'd be shook how many people slip. You'd be shocked.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd be
like
shocked.
you always see those scenes where
You'd
like
be-
the chicks running away
Yeah.
from these like slow ass shuffling zombies
Yeah.
in a field, and then she like drops a shoe.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I gotta get my shoe back, right? And then it's like, how the fuck are you gonna like do that? Right?
Yeah.
But it's true. You probably would.
In fear, like when you're having that, like you're not even thinking correctly. You know.
You're just trying to get the fuck away from whatever it is.
Speaking of
that's chasing
fucking
you.
zombies, we did a zombie escape room the other day. It was a lot of fun.
That was pretty sick.
It was a lot of fun.
You did tell me about that, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. With the
The quarantine door open.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
It was terrifying for a second.
Pathogen was better, but quarantine was also.
How much
I
does that
disagree.
cost,
I don't
by the
think
way?
Pathogen $30. I don't think Pathogen was better than that.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was better than Pathogen.
Ryan looks
You
like
know
he's
what?
in disagreement.
I don't know. You know what? You might be right on that one, actually.
Dude,
now that I
it
think
was
about it,
the intensity of
the-
it was just it
the
was
production
there.
was not quite as like
Yeah, it was.
grand,
But like you're not Pathogen, you go into it like, okay, this is a futuristic thing, right?
yeah.
Like I'm just saying, pound for pound, I felt like Zombies was better. You know? And now we have to test. So this
We're
one
gonna do
place-
the earthquake one.
Yeah, the earthquake one's gonna be our next one.
Lucas told me something about it that blew my head right off my shoulders. Bro, the ground shakes.
Yeah, it's a simulator.
What?
Yeah.
The ground shakes during this escape room.
That sounds pretty awesome.
During an earthquake, is like you're in your friend's apartment and an earthquake strikes and you have an hour to escape.
Yeah. Like the
What?
building's falling
They
apart.
Yeah,
wanna-
the building's falling
They
down.
want to create the most anxiety possible, I think, in these things, right?
Of course.
Oh, for
But
sure.
It's a good thing to figure out about, you know, and obviously I don't hold this in like some sort of high regard, but if you want to know how you're going to react in a stressful situation, do an escape room. You
Do
know?
a scary escape
It's
room.
not, a really intense one. We haven't done one, so we're actually, you know, I'm not like tooting our, we're pretty good at these.
We're
you
pretty
know, like,
fucking seasoned.
we beat them a lot, and
Yeah.
because they're not gonna ask you to do puzzles, and they're not gonna ask you to do something that's like really taxing, like where you'd have to have like, I don't have knowledge in fucking first year chemistry of university. Like
Right,
they're not gonna
right.
ask you questions. They're gonna ask you. They're gonna be tough, right? And they're gonna be tricky. But if you guys all, you know, if you put your mind together and no one's arguing and shit, then they're not impossible to solve, right? But we have not done one that you're put into an actually like crazy
like
stressful
a fear-induced
like
situation.
a fear-induced situation. We've done ones that are pretty intense. We did a firefighter one where
They put you on your toes,
Yeah.
but like you're not scared.
you're not scared. It was just
Yeah,
it was crazy. It
Like
was a
working
lot of
under
fun.
fear is like a lot different from working under stress, and then you combine those.
Yeah.
And then you see like actually what you're made of. Like
And then so there's two places, right? There's Escape Games, which is in North York,
yes,
and then there's No Way Out, which is right beside
Saga.
the airport. So one of the best
Yeah.
things about it is I get to watch the airplanes take off before we. It's fucking incredible how close you.
That
it's,
sounds
it's,
pretty cool.
It's amazing. It really is a nice location too, but so both times both these places have their own special little like scary escape room, right?
Yeah.
The one,
Scary.
yeah, the one in North York has one called The Unknown. And that's it. That's all you know about
and that's actually
it. You have
like
to be 18 plus
yeah.
to do it, and you have to sign a waiver, but it's just they won't tell you anything about it.
The scariest thing is the unknown.
Exactly. It's the idea of, the fact that you have to conjure up what you're about to go into,
Right.
like, that's what makes it spooky.
On any level.
Yeah.
Like if you're like going like on a first day on the job, the unknown is scaring the shit out of you. It's causing anxiety, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that they title it The Unknown, it's like, oh fuck, I'm scared.
yeah, you're already fucked
Yeah.
before you start. Yeah,
Right. And the way they present it in a very interesting manner, too. So we showed up to Escape Games, and they have like different colored benches for like if you're gonna do pathogen. It was like purple. If you're gonna do like these are like picnic table, like they're nice, right, with chairs around it, and you all sit there and they're gonna right. And then there's off in the corner in its own area is
a lounge,
for the unknown, where they sit you down and they're like, well, welcome. Don't know what you were thinking, but okay. And
you're about to find out.
Yeah, you're about to find out.
Shit's crazy, man.
And then they have one at this other one called at No Way Out called 13 Sadea Avenue.
Right. You told me about that one.
Right, yeah, where you walk through essentially...
Apparently it's the scariest one in Canada.
That's self-proclaimed, but whatever.
Is it self-proclaimed?
For sure. If you put it in your own video, then it's fucking self-proclaimed.
Because a lot of people on Reddit and shit, there's a lot of
Oh, you
reviews.
read about this on Reddit?
Yeah.
You spoiled it for yourself already?
No, there's no... Here's the thing, bro. People
are pretty good about it, right?
Everyone guards this shit.
I don't want to spoil it, but that's the thing. I don't want to spoil it either.
That's the thing. Like, you could essentially sink an escape room, like the business, by spoiling it, like leaking all the spoilers online.
Well, no, they'll change it.
They would have to change it, but then that's kind of, that's a hassle.
Do you have to take like sign a waiver or something? Like if you say something about this and give spoilers, you're dead.
Oh my god.
Is that how everybody guards it so well? Like, that's fucked up. I don't understand.
No, people just... It's the honor system.
It's an honor system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, you have so much fun there, and you're
Not
like...
a lot of people are honorable these days, so I'm surprised that works.
No, yeah, especially on Reddit, too.
Yeah, honestly.
I tried to find
wearing...
something about the unknown. Like, just, like, what is it, you know? And nothing.
I saw one thing about it.
One guy said something on, like, a subreddit, like, fucking 5 links away.
And then he deleted
it. He got called out and, like, shamed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you guys done that yet or no?
No, so that's the thing is
we should do that.
Dude, that's some fuck shit.
It's so intense, dude. Like, we walked into No Way Out and the first thing we heard is just like a crashing and banging and people screaming in the back, like they sounded legit terrified. And I asked the lady, I was like, what the fuck is going on there? She's like, that's 13 Sadea Avenue. I was like, we almost did this shit. We heads or tails for the zombie one or 13 Sadea Avenue.
Did you just fucking switch up the unknown and 13 Sadea Avenue? And
did I?
They're the same thing. They're both scary as shit, but
no,
yeah. And
13 Sadea Avenue was at No Way Out.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. When we first walked into No Way Out,
okay,
we heard like shit going crazy. That was 13 Sadea Avenue.
Yeah. And just like Ryan said, we
heads or tails for that.
We flipped a coin
between zombie or 13 Sadea Avenue, not knowing it was gonna be that fucked.
And I tried to warn them. I just knew, and they fucking. I'm pretty sure it was Yusuf that was like, no,
Yusuf.
There's no live actors. I'm like, bro, there's gonna be live actors.
Like, they give you the option to opt out of the live actors, but why would you do that?
Why would you do it with no live act? That's the live actor, Leatherface.
Holy shit.
Gunnar Hansen, that was his name.
Yeah?
Yeah, Gunnar Hansen.
The original one?
The original, yeah.
Yeah, they made a beastly guy later on.
He was a huge motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know he put makeup on the skin?
Why? Oh,
because he was confused with his gender.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What?
He put makeup like eyeshadow and shit on and
you
blush.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie Leatherface?
The new one that came out?
I don't think I got through it all because I didn't
awful.
think it was that good. Yeah.
It was awful.
Sucked shit.
It was terrible.
The very first one and Texas Chainsaw 2 and 3 Leatherface was good. After that, not so good.
I mean, it's tough for movies to have like a sequel, especially horror.
Yeah, but
movies.
they did it right back in like the 70s and 80s and shit.
Yeah,
like it was pretty gritty and.
Well, it's harder to impress people nowadays.
It is. It's true. A lot of people are jaded.
As like the technology.
I'm a jaded moviegoer and I'm a jaded gamer, so it takes a lot more to like keep me involved, right? I feel like I have ADD because I'm so inundated and oversaturated with media.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, technology gets better, so people just expect things to be better constantly. So you're just never impressed, really. That's why people are never impressed with the phone they have, because there's going to be a new one in like fucking 4 months.
In like 2 months, yeah.
And that's why people are never impressed with the podcast.
Yeah, because it's the same bullshit over and over again.
Nobody fucking watches it.
And that's why people keep telling me to change it.
Fuck that. You don't change for anybody,
No, I'm just
man.
joking. Just playing around. Oh, boy. I see you have a tattoo. How old were you when you got that?
35, 34.
Okay. And what was your thought process behind it?
Because
I really want one, but I'm just not ready yet.
I really love the movie The Fountain.
Oh, so you got a tattoo inspired by it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
Yeah. So, but the girl that I was with at the time, I felt like it corresponded with our relationship and everything.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
How much was it?
$800 total.
Yeah, they're crazy.
What?
Eh?
It's like 4 or 5 sessions too to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
they're
it a
insane.
huge one on your arm? Just on
It's
your
like
arm?
the whole sleeve, right?
Holy shit, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Goes all the way around.
That's super dope.
That's actually Hugh Jackman right there.
That's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman,
Hugh
he's a star.
Jackman.
He's a star. Oh, boy. Hugh Jackman, he always appears.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
How
Look at the size
did
of
you
my dick.
Did you find that it hurt?
Only right here.
Yeah.
That was like the worst part, but everything else was like fine.
Yeah.
And when he was doing this part, he was like, "I have to stop because your arm is like hamburger right now, and I can't. I can't continue." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah. I always like to ask people about their tattoos and how they specifically felt about it. I have a friend that has literally her entire leg tattooed. Like the entire thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, pretty much. Except for, like, she has tattoos on her feet, but, like, not the entire foot. And I remember asking her, I was like, okay, first of all, 1, how much did that fucking thing cost? And 2, how painful was that? And she said behind the knee, because she has tattoos, like, all the way up, too. She was like, behind the knee was extremely painful. And I was like, I can't. And it's, like, crazy, crazy detailed. Yeah, but again, it's like you could buy like 2 or 3 used cars for how much you pay.
I know, dude.
Right?
But when you want a tattoo and it's just like, whatever, I just want it.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Here's the dough. Right? And I didn't pay everything in one shot. And my artist was pretty cool too, because he was like, "Here, I'll smoke you up before we go." And,
Yeah.
you know.
Can you put a down payment on a fucking? Can you like finance a tattoo?
Yeah, I actually gave him money in advance.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you have to put like
I feel like doesn't see it like they cost like tens of thousands of dollars sometimes if you get a crazy ass tattoo. Like there's got to be like some sort of
Mine's
payment
not the
plan for that.
greatest
Well,
looking,
if you're getting a
but it was
$10,000
worth the money that I paid.
if you're getting
for
a $10,000 tattoo, like you're not showing up with a blank arm and being like, do the whole arm today. Like they're gonna do
you
No,
can't
of
do
course
that.
not.
Move their
Of
whole
course
way
not.
down,
Yeah, that's
right?
gonna take a while.
And not only that, but you know, like it's a massive it takes like 50 hours to do something like that.
For sure.
And even the tattoo artist himself will be, or herself will they'll say, "Okay, I have to take a break."
Yeah.
Like even though you're not really feeling the pain, they have to take a break.
Of course.
Because they need to have that the dexterity.
Dexterity to do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
There's and like you think about like famous tattoo artists, right? Like there's this one girl we were reading about in New York. Her name is Megan Massacre. And she's hot as hell. She got tattoos. Like,
I'm sure she is.
Right
Just
up
the
to,
name gave me a
right?
boner.
Yeah.
Almost.
She's got like right up to her neck. And
Half woman, half chainsaw.
Next summer.
And you have to like you can't even book an appointment with her unless you're having like your tattoo has to be $200. Like she won't do anything less than $200. And obviously people show up and get like massive pieces done by her. But I was like, man, you can't even show up to her and be like, just write something. So she's like, no, come on, don't waste my fucking time. Like,
Yeah,
you know how many
for sure.
people want tattoos from her?
Right. It's like what's her name? that hugely famous tattoo artist, the girl.
Kat Von D.
Yeah. I'm sure she has the same kind of thing, right?
Isn't that Deadmau5's girlfriend?
It was Deadmau5's wife
Wife.
for a while.
Oh, really? I
and
didn't
then they
know that.
divorced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they divorced.
Oh, shit.
I saw one of her tattoos. Like, Lucas, try to pull this up. Go on to Kat Von D's. I think it's called, like Electric Volt or I don't know, something voltage tattoo in Los Angeles, I think. And she has a on someone. It was a fucking, you know, the Jaws, the poster.
Yeah.
Right, dude. She did literally the most accurate I've never, and it also had the words "Red Drum" under it from The Shining, but it was on someone's it was on someone's stomach. It was the most.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the one.
Nice.
That is the most
Holy shit.
accurate I was literally like, oh my goodness gracious.
That's really nice.
That's insane how good that is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I really want a tattoo of a shark, so.
Oh, there's Pennywise.
Yeah, she does some wild shit. And then there's that other guy, I think his name's Paul Booth. You show up and he tattoos what he feels like, but he tattooed like the Undertaker. He tattoos like the guys in Slipknot and shit. Yeah, you see this guy? Yeah, that's him. Pull up a picture of this guy, bro. That guy's, yeah, that's Paul Booth right there.
Yo, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Why would you say he's fucked?
Yo, he just looks
he's just
fucking
scary as shit.
He looks
scary,
metal
bro.
as fuck, man.
He does look
Yeah,
metal
you're
as
right. That is
fuck.
metal as fuck.
He looks like a
There
dude
you
I'd
go,
fucking hang
tattooing
out
the
with.
Undertaker and like, bro, you show up to like, go to that picture right down there, Lucas. The one to the left and then up.
Shit.
To the left, no, to the right.
What?
Like, bro, look at that right there. You want to show up and be like, hey, man, can you tattoo a skull on me?
Fuck, bro.
You just have heavy metal going on in the
He
background.
looks like he will
That's
butt
awesome.
fuck you in prison.
Jeez. But yeah, anyway, point being is apparently you show up and he tattoos what he feels like that day.
Tough,
Dude,
buddy.
like, honestly, he looks like a dude I'd hang out with.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He looks awesome. I'd love to hang out with him. But I'm just saying, once you can get past the fact that he's probably terrified. Bro, the Undertaker's like 6'10". How big is this guy? Like, what is he, tattooing like an MS-13 member there or something? This is terrifying.
Speaking of Slipknot, did I ever tell you the time that I met the drummer?
Oh, you met Joey Jordison?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this was like just when they were hitting it big, too.
Where?
I didn't even go to see them. I went to see somebody else they were playing with.
Yeah.
And it was at the Warehouse in Toronto.
Okay.
And it was after the show, and I came out, and I had a sweater on that said Mr. Bungle, California, on it.
Yeah.
Which is a side project of my favorite singer, Mike Patton from Faith No More.
Yeah.
And so I was standing there at the bus, and the tour bus, and there was like all these people crowded around one guy, and he was like signing autographs. I had no idea who the fuck he was, right? And I'm just standing there, and some guy comes up to me, and he's like, dude, nice sweater. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. And he's like, look at this. And he pulls up his sweater, and he shows me a shirt that said Phantomus, which is another side project of Mike Patton.
Oh,
from
okay.
Faith No More.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, cool, man. And it happened to be Joey Jordison.
Oh, sweet.
that's
yeah.
crazy,
I
dude.
thought it was so cool that he actually came up to me.
Yeah.
Right?
You ever see?
I knew who
yeah.
he was because he was a short guy with pasty white skin and red stripes down his hair.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You ever
That's
see him
pretty
do like the fucking drum solo
When
it
he goes
starts
upside
to-
down?
Yeah.
Yeah. The pentagram on the bass drum, and he goes upside down.
This guy's crazy.
Yup.
He had
He's strapped in like a roller coaster.
yeah.
And he's just fucking going.
he had
That's
in his drumsticks, in the ink that they printed on his drumsticks, like there's like 5,000 of them in circulation that has his blood in the ink. Like they
That's
removed-
awesome.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
like
so
that's like
metal.
Kiss.
Yeah,
Kiss.
that's metal as fuck.
That's actually the most
Yeah,
metal
man.
thing ever, dude.
Well, Kiss did that too back in like 76 or 77, where they put their own because they struck a deal with Marvel Comics.
Okay.
And they got their own comic book, and they put there's video footage of it where they all put their blood into the big vat of red ink. So it said, on the Marvel Comics said Kiss, made in real Kiss blood, right?
Oh my
So all the
God.
red ink had their blood in it.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
And you know how many chicks they banged. So I
Oh
wonder
my
if
God.
kids that were reading that comic were getting AIDS. I don't know.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. That's hilarious.
Oh, shit.
Kiss Army. They're all
Yeah.
really sick now.
Yeah. Why are your eyes so red, and why you have lesions all over
Yeah, I was
your
about to say,
skin?
why do you have a spot on you? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That's funny as shit.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah,
How cool would it be though to like put your blood in something that's mass produced and people would buy it
just because your blood is in it,
right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty fucking awesome.
But there's that girl that was selling her fucking bathwater, right?
Right.
That's way less invasive.
Yeah, that is way less
And
invasive.
shitty panties.
Yeah. And like in Japan, you can buy like socks out of a vending machine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, there's like huge markets for used clothing and shit like that.
Yeah.
What do they do with them? They just smell it?
I don't know, bro.
Probably.
I don't buy them. Ask someone who buys them.
Well,
we should have someone who buys them on the next podcast.
Yeah, we should have
What do you
someone
do?
anonymously email us who pays for pictures of feet or like.
I bet you I could pick somebody out who we could interview.
From work?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
I bet you I could pick somebody out.
Oh,
One or
God.
two. You don't have to think who it is right now, but
We'll talk about it off air.
yeah,
Yeah,
I bet you I can find somebody.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he's on it.
Oh,
Look at
Lucas
that.
is on the site.
Uh-oh.
He's one of them. No, I'm just joking.
Oh man, what is that?
He's like, well, I just have to go to my bookmarks. And,
One of the several.
So wait, so these chicks take pictures in like a big fat ass and they sell the used. Oh, they're selling. Oh my God, how much are they selling it for? $100?
Fucking gross.
I'm sure
homie.
people want to sniff some of that.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Do your thing, man. Who's buying this?
Hey, you do you, man.
Do not what does that say? Do not contact me with what? Do not contact me with unsolicited advances or offers?
No dick pics.
Yeah, whoa, I read that from a distance, buddy. I got these powerful eyes. But yeah, don't send her
What
dick
website
pics.
are you on? And why? I feel like
He's
you
on
should.
Craigslist.
This is Craigslist.
Yeah.
It's Lucas's own fetish website.
It's just
It's his
lj.org.
collection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at her. You can buy her underwear. That's on some fuck shit.
See, you tell me you wouldn't buy her underwear.
No, I wouldn't buy her. Oh, whoa. What was that?
What would you buy her underwear
Oh, my
for?
God. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
How much is it?
Ryan, what would you buy her underwear for?
$0?
To show off to my friends, be like, this is my girlfriend's.
And when you showed it off, would you be wearing it?
Well, depends.
Oh, look at that. She has
Depends
just
which friends I'm meeting up
She
with.
just has a shameless photo. Okay, first of all, what is that? Is she
Holy shit.
that she just has a shameless photo of herself?
That's just probably on Instagram.
Bro, what is that foot, bro?
Yeah, that
Oh
looks,
wow,
looks like a
that's
KFC
insane.
drumstick.
Oh my god, no, we can't.
Oh, wow. This
we
is
can't-
pornography.
it's probably her foot.
Is she
It is her
bitch?
foot. It is her foot.
What is that foot even?
Okay, so and now we're yeah. Oh my goodness.
Craigslist is a fucking wormhole of weird
dude.
people, dude.
It's like the
It's like
portal
Walmart
to the dark net.
online, bro.
It's the portal to the dark net.
Almost.
It's like a war zone out there. I make $1,700 a month selling my used underwear on Craigslist. Fucking do your thing.
Brother.
I
You
can't
do
hate.
you,
I
man.
can't
You
hate
do
that.
you.
I can't hate that.
I
No,
can't.
40,000 yearly income? Are you crazy, bro? You don't think I would take that gig in a second?
And you work a job on top of that, and now you're sitting on money.
Bro, why would you ever work a job on top of that? You just get to do what you love. Obviously, just wear
You
underwear.
buy clean underwear and send it to them in a bag full of your fart. You just fart. Like, I didn't wear these at all. They're clean. I just farted in the bag and sent it to
No,
you.
you can tell clean underwear.
Vacuum sealed.
You need to at least work out.
They
in the
gotta
No,
morning.
be-
you just like crumple it up a little bit.
They got to be vacuum
You
sealed.
throw like 4 or 5 of them in a bag, just
I
and
sold
then
3
seal it up
pairs
real
of dirty
quick.
underwear for $120 to perverts on Craigslist. Why would you say? Oh, male.
See, it's easy, bro.
Oh my God,
Anyone
are you serious?
can do this shit.
Are you
Oh,
kidding
it's a
me right
guy
now?
selling his underwear?
Anyone can do this shit,
Oh
bro.
man. Oh
Fuck,
dude, that's
man.
wicked. Are you
There's-
crazy?
There's money to be had in this shit.
Let's go to Victoria's Secret after this.
I got some bacon strips. Anybody want to smell that?
That's intense.
Forever
dude.
21. Let's hit that while it's still open.
Vince is killing himself.
Jesus.
Dude, that's intense.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I gotta do some thinking after this.
Yeah, seriously.
And some selling.
Just kidding.
Put some things
How's
up for auction.
Amazon gonna replicate that?
Can you 3D print my shit stains?
Yeah, honestly, right?
3D print. That's not a stain, sir.
You're like, that's not a stain if there's...
That's not a stain if it's 3D, sir. It's a mountain of shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. You know what I forgot to mention to you, Ryan?
Yeah?
There was... oh my goodness. Lucas, you need to go to the freezer right now and take the beers out.
Oh shit, yeah.
Before
they explode.
Anyway, next thing on the docket. I have to talk to you about something after that. Someone told me something interesting that you might... Did you know it takes I heard it takes 5,000 hours to get your red seal.
Let's do it, baby.
That takes 5 years.
Let's do it.
You're going to be 45 when you become a chef. You're going to probably be 57.
45.
You're going to be 57 years old when you become a chef. Don't shake them. Why are you shaking it? I'm just joking.
Where are you going to school?
George Brown.
Like
Old
it?
George. Huh? I don't go there currently. No, I'm working right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm working right now. But yeah, once this is over with, then quit my job and go to
it's
school.
impossible to really quit your job. How are you going to quit the porn industry?
You never really you live forever online.
Yeah, honestly, you can never stop.
And the royalties are amazing.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
You're immortalized, man.
Yeah, really.
Exactly. You're gonna be
my dick and bulls.
Yeah, exactly.
Forever.
Yeah, honestly.
Can't take that away.
And it's crazy because as a bottom, you're always gonna be known as
the big comfy couch.
That's what they called Ryan on the homosexual websites, the big comfy couch.
The big comfy couch.
And it's not COMFY.
Uh-oh.
It's CUMFY.
That's so fucking funny. Oh,
if you take a black
gross.
light to that big...
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. You want to hear something funny? When I used to work in the meat department, we always... me and a couple of guys were talking about it. We were like, dude, there's so many dudes in here. You're like, you'd think there's going to be a gangbang. And I'd be like, we could literally call this porn group. And they were like, what? I was like, the meat department.
Or the meat market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Right? And then our intro song is going to be Shimmy Shimmy Ya by Old Dirty Bastard.
Nice,
Ooh,
nice.
baby, I
Yeah.
like it raw. Yeah.
That's a lot of dudes.
Dudes in there.
That's a lot
bro.
of sausage.
Yeah, that's a
Shitload
ton
of
of
dudes.
dick
Not
and-
enough fish.
And
Too much
one
sausage.
girl is gonna oh no.
Oh, who is it? Who's it gonna be?
I'm not saying it on air.
It's me.
It's the big comfy couch.
That's
You're
fucked up.
What the fuck?
God.
Oh,
Where is
boy.
this podcast going?
We're
gone
getting
somewhere.
demonetized. We're gonna get the demonetized cowboy hats after this episode.
Somewhere.
Demonetized or demonized?
Both.
I don't know.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think if you had to do a deal? I always thought about this. I think they said that Jim Morrison did a deal with the devil. You ever hear about that?
They fucking all fucking.
How do you do a
rock
deal with
stars,
the
they
devil?
say they did a deal
You
with
get-
the devil.
you
Or is it a blood pact?
No, it's not a blood pact. You just do a deal with the devil. You sell your soul to the devil. But
How do you
get,
do that? You got
You draw a pentagram with a circle with goat's blood.
goat's blood.
you
and then
talking
and then
shit or is
and then-
that for real?
And then you jizz in it.
No. All right. I was like, you don't know this for fact. But
You draw a pentagram on the wall.
No,
run
on the
full
ground,
flip
man.
at
On the
it.
ground.
What-
Yeah.
would you
Sell my soul to the devil.
for everything you ever wanted?
How the fuck? Sure. Okay.
Let's do it tonight.
Let's
Oh,
do it, baby.
you're fucked,
I'm just joking.
Let's do it, baby.
dude. You're done. There's no eternity for you.
What's eternity?
Whoa.
Well, if you're gonna sell your soul,
Yeah, if you're
then
gonna,
it's eternity in hell.
you're gonna be the big comfy couch for the devil.
Yeah.
The big comfy couch.
For Lucifer.
You're gonna be coming on Satan's couch forever.
You know what's so? Oh boy.
That
you know
sounds
what's,
like a Parabel gig.
You're like,
At least you're
that's
coming.
not the end of the world. At least someone's getting pleasure.
You could be not coming. Like
That's
that could
true,
be even
yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that is true.
So
I've been I've reworked my set like fucking 4 times. I was telling Dave about it earlier, right?
Right.
Can't wait to premiere this bad boy on Netflix. This Sunday.
I'm
going to do my 5 minutes on Netflix.
5 minute special.
Yeah. It's just me and the
upgrade your bandwidth, guys.
And 2.5 minutes of it is the intro, like the Netflix bum bum, and I got this big elongated intro.
You're gonna want to download this one for the flight.
Yeah.
Take this one on a road trip with you.
Oh, that's so. Where you going? You going to Australia? Oh fuck!
You're gonna want to download this one.
May I suggest downloading my 5 minutes that you could listen to before you're even done taxiing onto the runway?
It's not gonna fit on your cell phone. It's too big.
You're like, dude, make sure you delete some photos and stuff like that to get this.
You got to delete your porn collection to get this on there.
Yeah, honestly. I downloaded a couple of episodes of The Office and the Chappelle special.
Like the newest Chappelle special?
Yeah. For the
Sticks and Stones?
Yeah, exactly. For the flight back. And the thing is that in Jamaica, they have Rick and Morty on Netflix, but they don't have The Office.
Yes.
So I was like, what the fuck? I can't watch The Office, right? So no problem. We watched Rick and Morty the whole time, but on the flight back, I was watching Sticks and Stones, and I was like, it's funny, it's real funny. But I was like, it's not like the first Chappelle special I saw like from the bunch, right? And then I watched it again, and I was like, that was really fucking funny.
I didn't even watch it yet.
And then I realized the reason that I couldn't find it so funny is because I was on a fucking airplane. For sure.
Yeah, because you don't want to be like.
It's not even that. It's just my mind is preoccupied with. I have this.
Not dying on a plane?
Yeah. Like, I know. And the thing is, I know the plane's not going to go down.
Yeah, but everybody always has that thing in the back of their head where they're like, this could be a potential plane
One guy
crash.
spends too long in the washroom and everyone gets suspicious.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the pilot is drunk.
As
Or
soon
he's
as we
drugged.
reach altitude, someone quickly grabs something from the overhaul.
And that's the thing, is that it's not. I'm not worried about like a terrorist attack or anything like that. It's just, if I'm gonna fly, I want to fly on the biggest plane possible, because you would never let a rookie fly a 747, right? You have to earn your way up to that, you know?
Right. You know, my grandfather always said the best place to sit on a plane is the back.
It is the back. That's true.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
It's because if it goes down, the back usually fucking
Goes
like
down
stays
last?
more or less intact.
Oh, really?
But what my grandfather said was, you never heard of a fucking plane backing into a mountain, have you?
That's
Oh,
funny.
that's
It was
hilarious.
the last time a plane hit the ocean backwards. You're like, thanks, Grandpa. I gotta get on a flight to Indonesia tomorrow, but thanks.
Food for thought.
You know what's something I always like to tell people? Because I don't really believe in like jinxing a flight or anything like that, right? But I always like
We
to
make
tell people.
bomb jokes before we go on flights.
Yeah,
Bro. Like,
I always like to tell people.
Don't
like,
say bong on an airplane.
Like my sisters before we went to, pretty sure it was LA. I was like, if the plane goes down, tell them I was better than I was. And they're like, why would that's so fucked? I was like, the fucking plane's not. When's the last time a flight from Toronto to anywhere went down?
right.
Never.
Right.
It's all like Asian and African countries, and like, and not to say it's just, and well, you know, there's a lot of Russian airlines but they have their own rules and regulations for what you can and can't do in the air, and it's essentially like I could start an airline like, come with me, comrade, we're going to get on the plane, like, but, and you can just bomb that motherfucker anywhere you want, but like plane crashes do not happen. And do you know that turbulence can't take a plane down? Like even severe turbulence can't take a plane down.
Right.
There's this thing called I think +3 -8, and it's that if you looked at 100% of all airplane crashes, did you know that something like close to 60% of the really bad ones happen within the last 8 minutes of the flight?
Really? That's so shit.
That is so shit.
That's fucked up.
Because I'm never worried about the landing.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm always worried about something happening during mid-flight, but that's only something like, and Boeing did this study. It's only something like 8 to 11% of actual accidents happen during mid-flight. So first 3
That's
minutes
so
of a flight,
butthole.
first 3 minutes, like the takeoff and the climbing. Yeah.
That's so butthole.
You know what's so shit about that though? and maybe I'll write a joke about this if I can, but like, how fucking awful is that you were just on a 14-hour flight and you die with 8 minutes to go?
Oh my god!
Are you kidding me?
We couldn't just fucking push through that.
You're like,
they asked me to put my tray up and everything, and like we're ready to go
for a landing. I've had 2 meals on this flight. You're like, dude, and you're already telling your buddies, like, dude, you know, I told you it wasn't even gonna be that bad, bro. Like.
We're here, right?
We literally, you're like,
wasn't so bad, right?
You're starting to point shit out, like, oh my god, there's the Golden Gate Bridge, dude. Like, this has got me.
Oh fuck!
That's so dick.
That's butthole.
That fucking
Oh
sucks.
my god.
That's tragic.
You know what Superman always said when he saved a plane, right? You know, statistically, it's still the safest way to travel. It's true.
It is. But
Like,
that's because per capita, if you look at how many cars are on the road versus how many planes are in the air versus how many people are qualified to drive a car
on the
versus
road.
how many people are qualified to fly an airplane, right? How many pilots can there be in this planet? 200,000? Like, I don't know if that's even an accurate number, but let's say 200,000, right?
Sure,
let's
go with it.
How many people drive fucking cars?
100%. You're way safer in the air with a
4
certified
billion
fucking pilot than someone's 87-year-old Nona. You know, like fuck it out of here. You only see 3 lanes out of a 4-lane highway. Like,
oh boy.